Audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, it's audible.
Is audible, sir?
Yeah, okay, great. So, in today's session, we'll be discussing about the week 7 content because week 6 deadline is today. So, we have extended the deadline. So, you can submit the assignment if you are not submitted the assignment for week 6. So, we'll be discussing about the week 7 content. So, week 7 focuses more on the dictionary part, right? So if you see week 5, week 6 is basically about the list thing. But now in week 7, we are going to discuss about the dictionary, right? So how many of you have watched the week 7 content? Can you please simply raise your hand? Okay, only one person. Okay, no worries. Yeah. So we'll discuss a few concepts regarding the dictionaries and then we'll solve a few problem and through that we'll try to understand the concept. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay. Is this visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. Uh, am I not audible properly?
Yes, sir, you are. We can hear you.
Yeah. Now am I audible now or previously it was good?
Now it is good.
Okay. Great. So see in week 5, week 6 we discuss about the list, right? So whenever we see list, how we can define that particular list by using the square bracket, right? So whenever I say this one particular variable or any name equals to this square bracket, it means what? The data type for this particular variable is basically a list data type. Okay, we can say it is basically a list. Now we can store any element into this particular list. Now, if you observe week 5, week 6, we have few operations, right? For example, let's say L, I have this one, 2, 3, 4, 2, 7, like this. Okay. Now, we have discussed few operations. Please mute.
आठ
Please mute, Mukesh. Okay. First of L, then we have last function, then we have init of L, then we have rest. Okay. Because if you see in this week, we'll be using this particular function, what we have discussed previously in the question. So let us revise those concepts. Okay. So what will be the output of this first of L? And tell me what this first function is used for.
2.
Yeah. So this will give us first element of the list, right? What about the last function as name suggests?
7.
Yeah. So here in this case, answer will be 2. And here last of L will be what? Last element of the list. That is basically 7 in this case. The output is 7. Now what about this init function? Init of L?
all
Yes,
except
anyone?
last.
Yeah. So this will give me all elements except the last element. So in the output, that will be 2, 3, 4, 2, like that. Okay. Comma is not required here, like that. What about the rest function?
3, 4, 2, 7.
Yeah. So all element except the first element, that is basically the rest we can say, except the first element, right? So this basic thing you should know about the list here. That is basically 3, 4, 2, and 7. Now what is this length function? What is length of L? Yes, anyone?
It gives the
Five.
count.
Number of element in
Yes.
Number of element.
Number of elements in the list, right? So this all thing we have discussed in week 5 and 6 we can say about the list, right? And then how we can use this particular function for the given case or for our particular requirement, that what we have discussed, right? And length of L is basically number of element in the list. Now what about dictionary? So tell me, what is dictionary? How we can define dictionary?
It contains keys and values.
Yes. So here you can see dictionary. So we use these curly braces to define the dictionary like this. Okay. So whenever you see these particular curly braces, it is basically a dictionary. Mhm. Like this. Okay. So whenever you use this curly braces, it means what? The type of this particular variable is basically a dictionary. Now it consists of what? Key value pairs. So we have a key one, then we have this colon, then we have this particular value one. Okay. Comma, key two, then we have this colon, then we have this value two. Right. So like this we store in the dictionary. So it has key value pair. Okay. So for example, if I say, let's say any dictionary, so name equals to, like, then we have colon. Let's say, for example, Rajesh. Then we have age. Then we have colon, let's say 28. Then we have, say, CGPA, say, colon 9, like this. Okay. So what is this dictionary key value pairs? Dictionary consists of key value pairs. Now tell me, can the key will be unique or different? Or
Yes,
key
sir.
can be same for
Yes.
both the things?
They are unique.
Yeah. So keys are always unique here in the dictionary. So keys are always unique. Okay. Now, for example, if I want to find out the value corresponding to that particular key, so how we can get that from this particular dictionary? For example, I want to find out the value 2. Okay. So how we represent this? So first, whatever the dictionary we have. So from this particular dictionary, I want the this particular value, but the key is what? This key 2, right? So in square bracket, we specify like this D key 2, and this will be a value 2. Okay. So whenever you see this D like this, whatever we have, say, for example, key, it will give the corresponding value to that particular key from this particular dictionary. Uh, please mute. Okay. Now, okay, any doubt whatever we have discussed up till now?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
And this value can be anything. It can be a string like that, it can be a integer, or it can be even a list also, right? So I can store the list as well. So for example, A, then we can define some list. So value can be anything, right? Value can be a dictionary as well. For example, B, again, I can define this dictionary inside this. For example, X equals to, again, for example, 3 like that, Y 4 like this, okay? So value can be anything. It can be list, it can be a dictionary, it can be string, it can be anything, right? So here we have keys, and dictionary consists of unique keys. If you want to find out the value corresponding to key, so this is how we can write it. Okay. So simple few concept regarding the keys. Okay. Now there are few things that you need to know. So whenever I say keys of D, so what is the output of this keys function? Keys of D. Yes, anyone?
It gives out the list of keys.
Yes. List is very important. So it will give us the list of keys of dictionary D. Okay. So when I say these keys of this particular dictionary dict, right? So it will be what? It will be simply list of name, then we have age, then we have CGPA, like this. So it will consist of keys from this particular dictionary in the form of list, right? So it will be a list. So keys of D will give me the list. Okay. So very important function, keys of a D, because now in further weeks 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, we'll be discussing a lot more about this particular thing. Okay. So one more function, like in the case of L, what we discuss, members function, right? Members, then we have this L, then we have X, right? So how this member function works? We are checking whether this particular element X is in this list or not, is a member of this particular list or not. If this X is present in the list, then it will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. For example, if I consider this particular list, so if I say mem L, comma 3. So I am going to check, this particular function is going to check whether 3 is a member of this particular list or not. Now here you can see 3 is a member of this particular list. So here the output will be true. Okay. If I say member L comma 9, right? Now in this case, what will happen? I am going to check, sorry, this member function is going to check whether 9 is in the list or not. But if you see the L here, we
Yes.
don't have, yes. So if you see the L here, we don't have 9 in that. So that will return false. Please mute.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So the L here will be our keys D, right? Keys of D.
Can you repeat? L?
The L that is within this member condition,
Uh,
the L is the keys of D, right?
no, no. Here we're talking about the list.
Okay, okay. But
So
when you're
member
talking,
function deals with the list. Okay.
so
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 this,
so this L like will represent the list of keys, right, for the dictionary.
no, no. I will come to that. So here you can see simply whenever I say member, whatever is there, that is basically a list. So member function will take two input, one list and second one element like that. And the how this will work, it will check whether this particular element is present in the list or not. Okay. So this is how
Okay.
the member function works, and this deals with the list. Okay. Now, similarly, in the case of dictionary, right? So here we are checking whether element is present in the list or not. That is for that purpose we use member function, right? Now, if I want to check whether this particular key is the key of that dictionary or not. So for that we have is key function we use in our course, is key. Okay, let me write it. We have is key function. We have a dictionary, and let's say we have k. Okay. So what this is key function is doing? It is checking whether k is the key of this particular dictionary or not, right? So is key function will deals with the dictionary and it will check whether k is the key of this particular dictionary or not, right? For example, if I say this particular dictionary, so I am checking is key dictionary, then I have this b. The output of this thing will be what? So we are going to check. So is key function is going to check whether B is the key of this particular dictionary or not. So here you can see it is the key. So output will be true. Okay. Whenever I say is key dictionary, let's say C. Now in this case, we are going to check whether C is the key of this particular dictionary or not. But here C is not present. So that will give me false value. Okay. So few things about the keys and is key function. So please remember this important point regarding the dictionary. Okay. Any doubt up till whatever you have discussed up till now?
So can you explain about dictionary again? What is this dictionary?
Yeah. So dictionary is used to store the key value pairs, right? So how we can define that by using this particular thing curly braces, right? Like this, right? So whenever any variable, let's say for example, d, we are saying it is equal to empty dictionary. So this is basically empty as of now. So whenever you see this curly braces, it means what? This particular variable is a dictionary data type, and we store key value pair inside this particular dictionary, right? For example, you can see here for this particular dictionary, I am storing name. So name is a key. Rajesh is basically a value. Age is a key. The corresponding value is 28. CGPA is the key. Corresponding value is 9. And how we can get the values? By this. So for example, we have this dictionary. So D represents dictionary. And if I want any value corresponding to any key, so this is how we can write. D in square bracket, that particular key, for example, key 2, and the corresponding, and it will give the corresponding value as our output, right? So, for example, I want to find out the name in this particular dictionary, right? So, how I can do that? So, simply dictionary in square bracket name, right? So, answer will be what? Rajesh here, like this. Okay. So,
Okay.
we'll be discussing more examples, so it will get clear. And how this is key function and key function works, that is very important. Okay. So simple concept regarding the keys, we store key value pairs and every key is unique here, right? So every key is unique here. Please remember. So keys are always unique. Keys function will give us list of keys of D. So for example, keys of dictionary is what name, age, and CGPA. So this is what we got here, right? Now is key will check whether this particular key is present in this is the key of this particular dictionary or not. So that's why this is key function is used. So the main purpose of is key function to check whether that particular key is the key of this particular dictionary or not, right? So these are the few things that you should know about the dictionary. Okay, but why we are using this? What is the purpose behind that? Why we require to store such things in this particular format, key value pairs? For that, I will suggest you to watch the lectures. Okay, so please do watch the lectures because the reason behind that, why we are using this particular format to store a data is discussed in the lecture, right? So please do watch the lectures. Here we'll discuss the basic concept of a dictionary, and so that it will be easier to solve any questions based on this particular concept, right? So these are the few
Can a
things
key
that
have
we
multiple values?
keep.
Can a key have multiple values?
Multiple values means what? Same key.
Yeah, key one has can a key one have multiple values?
No, it can be anything. Or we can store Rajesh, we can string, integer. If you want multiple values, we can store in the form of list like this.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not like that key, then we have value 1, comma value 2. No, this is not a correct way. Okay. If you want to store multiple things, then for that you can use this list. Okay. That's why we use this list to store the data, right? For this
Okay.
particular key, we have multiple values 1, 2, 3, and then we can get accordingly what are the according to our requirement. Okay. But keys are always unique. Value can be duplicate, no issue. Okay. Okay. Uh, Great. So let me discuss a simple example first. This is a practice assignment only. It should cover all the things. Yeah. So here we can see question number 2. So like whatever the concept we are going to discuss, we are going to apply it for the data set given to us, right? So in this case, we are going to use shopping bills data set. Okay, and this pseudocode is executed using the shopping bills data set. And what we need to find out the value of A. But we should know how this code is working. So let us discuss that. So what we said here, you can see D equals to this particular curly braces. So whenever you see this particular thing, so you should know this D is basically what? Dictionary, and it is storing the key value pairs. Okay. So this thing is clear. Now D equals to dictionary. Whenever I say this particular thing, D equals to this thing square bracket, it means what? Now D will become the list. Okay. So you need to see how we have defined that particular variable. Now, while table 1 has more rows, read the first row in the table 1. So what we are going to do here, okay, wait. Easy because yeah, we can discuss this afterward. Let's discuss. Okay, we'll discuss that one. Yeah. So here you can see. So in the shopping list data set, right? So we have read the first card. Now we are checking this condition. So what we have discussed earlier about this is key function, we are going to check whether shop name, whatever the shop name we have, for example, let's say shop name is Big Bazaar, right? Now if Big Bazaar is present in the dictionary or not. But for the first iteration, if you see, my dictionary is empty here, right? There is nothing in this particular dictionary. So it means what? Is Big Bazaar present in this particular dictionary?
No.
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 False. But here you can see what is not. So not is basically a negation. Whatever the value you are going to get of this is key function, we need to do a negation of that. So not of false will be true. Okay, not of true will be false and not of false will be true, like that. Now here you can see the output of this is key function is false, but not false will be true. Now if condition is true, then we are going to execute the code. Now its entire condition is true here. Now that's why we are going to execute this particular thing. Now what is this? Whenever I say D is a dictionary, in square bracket we are defining something and it's equals to dictionary, right? So what is this shop name? For example, Big Bazaar, right? It means what we are creating here. Yes, anyone?
Sir, it's a
I have,
nested dictionary.
yeah. So here we are using this D. Okay, I know that. But now at this particular point, I am going to use this Big Bazaar here like this. Now, what we have discussed earlier, this D key, this is value pair, right? So whenever you see this particular format, so D is a dictionary, what we are going to do? We are going to store the value for this corresponding key. Or if you want to find out the value corresponding to that particular key, we can get from this particular thing. So what we can say about this particular case? So for this dictionary, BB is the key and the corresponding value is what? Dictionary, right? Empty dictionary. Can I write like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it. So here we get this particular thing, right? Now we are done with the if. Now for each item in the item list, so we can see shopping bills data set. So here you can see one card of shopping bills data set. Big Bazaar is the shop name, and here you can see the items and the category. Now what we want to find out? Okay, for each item in the x dot item list. So here you can see the item list here, right? So baked beans, chicken wings, these particular things are the item list. Now for each loop, for each means what? For every item in this particular list, what we are going to do? The shop name, item, then again we have this particular thing true, right? Now what is this here? D, I know that is dictionary. Shop name is what? A Big Bazaar. So output of this will be what? This empty dictionary. I already know this. But what we are doing here? For this dictionary, we are going to add the key, that particular item, and equals to true. The value will be true. Okay. So what will be in the output of this particular thing, Big Bazaar, for this card for the first item?
Baked bean.
Yeah. So what will happen? So D, then we have like this Big Bazaar, then baked bean, and the corresponding value will be true. Okay, this is how we are doing that. And now we are moving that card to a. Okay, now we have done this for the first item. Now we need to complete this entire for loop. So this is what we have done for the first item in the list. Now second is chicken wing. So similarly, we are going to add in the same dictionary of this Big Bazaar, because we are going through a for loop for this particular item list, right? So in the Big Bazaar, what we are going to do, whatever we have the first item, that is true. The second item is chicken wing, that is basically true. Okay, again whatever the item we have, for every item we are going to do this true true true, right? Because we have to do this this until we access all the element present in this list. So at the last, what I'm going to get, for every item we are going to add in this particular dictionary, so that will be true here, right? Till clips like this. Okay, any doubt here what we have discussed up till now? How this dictionary or this nested dictionary came?
Can you please explain this once more? This idea of
Okay.
nested dictionaries.
Yeah. So you can see at the beginning we have defined the D here, right? So D is what? Empty dictionary. So this is clear. We have defined D, that is basically empty as of now. Now while loop, table 1 has more rows, Okay, so we are going through a cards. Read the first card. So this is basically our first card. Now, what we are doing is key D shop name. What is shop name here? Big Bazaar. Now, whether this shop name is the key of this particular dictionary, so that is what is key function will do. We already discussed this earlier, right? But if you see as of now, my dictionary is empty, right? It means what? Big Bazaar is not a key of this particular dictionary. So this is basically a false. Now, if this is false, but we have here not also. So not of false will become true and not of true will become false. So simply a negation of this. So not of false will become true. Now, entire condition will become true. Okay. This point is clear up till now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now,
So
if the
is key,
condition is,
so just one thing, like Iski stores the key name for this shop, right? So if this shop is Big Bazaar, it stores the key for
no,
that shop.
it doesn't store. Is key is used to verify whether this particular shop name is in the dictionary or not.
Okay.
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 So,
It is
then we
not
have
there,
this.
so we got not false, and not false is true.
Yeah.
And the second statement is adding, right? So D X dot shop name, it's adding equal to empty.
Dictionary. Yeah.
So it
So,
looks assigning, right? So how it's adding actually. Earlier we studied equal to means we're assigning some value.
yeah. So for this particular thing, because for this dictionary, for this value, for this particular key, we are assigning this particular thing value. Okay, that is dictionary here.
Okay. Okay.
So what is key will do? It will check whether this key is present in this dictionary or not. That's it. Simply
Okay.
answer will be true or false. That's it, right? We are not going to store anything. Now, initially the dictionary is empty. So what we are going to do? Shop name is in the dictionary. No, this will give us false, but not of false will be true. Now, entire if condition is true, right? Now, if
Yes.
this entire if condition is true, what we are going to do? We are going to execute whatever is there inside this if condition, right? Now,
Okay. Yeah.
what is given here? D shop name empty dictionary, right? So we discussed earlier this D, then we have this square bracket, key is value. So whenever you want to access a dictionary, so for this dictionary, for this particular key, we are going to get this corresponding value. Or we can say for this particular dictionary, this key, this value. So we can assign this particular value to this particular key of this dictionary, like that. Okay.
Okay.
Both
So
the
this is
things you
like
can see.
D of Big Bazaar, right?
Yeah. So for the first card, the shop name is Big Bazaar. So you can see D of Big Bazaar equals to empty dictionary, right?
Yeah.
This thing. Now, once this is executed, now our empty dictionary will get converted to like this. So D will become equals to dictionary, but inside this dictionary, we have one key that is basically a shop name Big Bazaar, and the corresponding value is what? Empty dictionary here. You can see, right?
Yeah.
So this is what we have discussed till line number 6. We got the output till line number 6 here. So this if statement is executed, now we'll go for a line number 7. Now here what we are doing for each item. So for every item in that particular item list for that card. So if you see this Big Bazaar card, we have this item list, baked beans, chicken wings, this cocoa powder, caps, this one, fry, clips like that. Okay. Now this is a list of this particular item. Now for every item, what we are going to do?
So we are going to store this in this Big Bazaar
Yeah.
dictionary, right? Yeah.
So for each item in the item list. So my first item is baked beans. Item list will be a list of those items. That's it. And we are going to iterate this particular for loop for every item in this particular list. This is how
Okay.
for loop works. Now, for every item, my first item is baked beans. What is going to happen? Shop name is Big Bazaar.
Yeah.
Item is what? Baked
Big
beans.
beans. Yeah.
So for this particular dictionary, for this particular key, we're again creating one more key inside this particular dictionary that is baked, and the value will be true here, like this. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So here you can see this particular thing for the first item. Now, once we've done this, we'll go back to a second thing, second item. So similarly, we are going to add the every item in this item list in this particular dictionary. So at the last, what we are going to get this entire D for the first card, Big Bazaar, baked item true, chicken wings true, all the item list will be like that. Cocoa powder equals to true, capsicum equals to true, tie equals to true, clips equal to true. Okay. So
Okay.
this will get added into this particular dictionary at the last. Okay. This is the output. Is this okay?
Yes. Thank you very
So
much.
this is for only first card we are doing. And
Yeah.
now we are
Okay.
moving that card to another table. That's it. Now we'll
Okay.
go back to while loop for the next card. So we need to repeat this process for every card unless this condition is false. False means we have gone through all the cards. So next card will be like this SV store. So same thing we are going to do. Again, we are going to check whether SV store is a dictionary or not. No, right? Because as of now, we just have Big Bazaar, not SV store. So again, this will be false, right?
Not of false would be true.
Yeah,
So
again, it will be true. So same thing, dictionary, then what is the shop name? Yeah, SV store. So what we are going to do here, inside this dictionary, we already have this Big Bazaar and the corresponding dictionary we have with all these values. We are going to add one more key by separate by comma, that is SV stores, and the value will be again empty dictionary. Okay. So here now we have two keys inside this dictionary. Okay. Like this. Okay. So same process we are going to repeat for this particular card as well. So once we had SV store equals to empty dictionary, now for each item into this particular item list, face wash, shampoo, onion, bananas, milk, all those things, what we are going to add SV store, then inside this empty dictionary, same that item name equals to true. Same thing we are going to do for every item here because of for loop, right? So at the last, what I'm going to get Big Bazaar in the list of those item equals to true. SV store list of those item equals to true, right? For two card. Okay, now interesting part for the third card here. So as of now, we have discussed just two card, Big Bazaar and SV store. Now what will happen for this third card? Can anyone tell me? Because third card belong to SV store, right? Now what will happen for the third card? Shop name SV store. So we have done with the second card, go to while loop. Third card is SV store. Shop name is SV store. So what is the output of this entire if condition? Yes, anyone?
True, and it's false.
Yeah. Now if you see SV store is the key of this dictionary. Yes, SV store is present. Now the output of is key will be true and not of true will be false. Now, if not of true will be false, it means what? We are not going to do anything with this. We'll simply go for this line number 7 for each loop, right? For each for loop, and every item in that particular item list, we are going to add into that particular dictionary equals to true, right? So what we can say? So once we do this for all the cards, for example, we have this SV store, Big Bazaar, Sun General. So we just have three store in this particular data set, right? So at the last, what I'm going to get, I'm writing it here. D store is Big Bazaar. Inside this entire dictionary, the corresponding item and the value will be true for all the items into from this particular store. Then we have SV store. Similarly, it will have a dictionary and it will store all the items equals to true. Again, we have Sun General, the third one. It will have all the items equals to true. Like it will store all the item and the corresponding value will be true. Now, is this clear? How what this dictionary will store at the end of this while loop?
yes.
So,
But here, why the true is actually every time here we are mentioning actually.
so here we are doing that. So for every item, for that particular shop name, for that item, where value is assigning to true. The corresponding
Okay.
value will be true, true, true for every item inside that particular dictionary, right? For the
Okay.
item.
Okay.
कोण आहे त्या कॅन्सल झाली म्हणणार कॅन्सल झाली म्हणणार कोण
Just mute. Okay. Now, once you understand like what this while loop is doing, now see here, we are done with the while loop and we know in the dictionary we have three store and the corresponding key will be what? The dictionary consists of item equals to true. That's it. Now, if you see here, A equals to 0. Okay. For each A in keys of D. Now, what is keys of D? We discuss what is keys function. Keys of D will give me list of keys of D. List of keys of dictionary D. Now, in this case, how many keys we have? Big Bazaar, SV Store, and Sun General. So, output of keys of D will be like this in square bracket Big Bazaar, SV Store, and Sun General, like this. Okay. And for every item inside of this particular, we can say list, for every element of this list, we are going to go through this for loop. So for A in this, so for A means for the first case, A equals to Big Bazaar. If A, now less than symbol, length, I hope everyone knows what is length function is used in the case of list. It will give us the number of element
Yeah,
in the
that
list,
list.
right? Yeah. Now, what is this keys of D of A? Now, what is this D of A? A is Big Bazaar here. Now, what is D of A? Tell me, that is Big Bazaar. What will be the output?
So the number of elements in Big Bazaar.
Number of?
The list of keys that dictionary D of which the Big Bazaar dictionary has.
Yeah.
So here it's like the baked chicken and all these items.
Right. So this D of Big Bazaar will be this particular dictionary, right? And keys function will give us list of those list of the keys of this particular dictionary. And the keys are basically items, right? All the items. So can I say this one? Where to write? Where to write it down here? So can I say like this? Keys of D of this Big Bazaar will be what? This will be equals to list of all items from Big Bazaar. Can I say like this?
Yes.
Because in dictionary we are storing all the item. For every item we are saying this is true. So keys of D of this will give me list of all the items from Big Bazaar. Now what is length here? Length function? Number of element from that in that list, right? So number of items from the Big Bazaar. Can I say like this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
So if keys of this D of Big Bazaar will give me a list of all items from Big Bazaar. Now length function will do me number of elements. List basically we have items. So can I say number of items of big in the from shop Big Bazaar? Yes.
Yes.
Now if this entire thing will give me number of items from the shop named Big Bazaar, let's say we have 50 such items, right? Because if you go through all the data set, like we will get some items. Let's say, for example, 50. Now, what we are doing, we are comparing here. A 0, so 0 less than 50. Yes, that is true. We are going to update with this particular value to 50. So A equals to 50. Now, we are done with if. Go for a next thing. The next element will be what? We are done with Big Bazaar. Next will be SV store. So same we are going to do for this keys of D's of SV store will give me keys of D's of SV store will give us list of all the items from SV store. Can I say like this?
Yes.
Let's say for example, it is 70, right? Number of elements or number of items from the SV store is 70. Now in that case, what will happen? From the previous case, the value of A was 50,
Yeah, so
and here
70 is greater than 50. So
this
A
is
gets
true,
updated to 70.
70. So that's done. And go for next iteration. Next we have Sun General. Similarly, this keys of D of A, because A is Sun General as of now, for this iteration is what will give me list of all items from Sun General. And let's say that is basically a 30, for example. Now in that case, what will happen? A is 70 and Sun General less than 30. 70 is not
This is
less than
false.
30.
Yeah, so
False,
this
so
is
that's
false.
it.
Yeah.
So at the end, what we are going to store in the A?
So the shop that has the maximum number of items.
Yeah. So you can see a maximum number of items sold by a shop or maximum number of unique items sold by a shop.
Sir, but it has to be unique items, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why it is unique? Can anyone tell me?
It because it cannot be repeated, right? So if
Yes.
you store like say chicken once, so
Yeah.
counts twice, right?
So what we have said earlier discussed, keys are always unique, right? So if you see, even if we got again baked item here, so that will be like this only, baked equals to true. We are not going to add one more baked equals to true in that because it will violate the concept of dictionary because it's itself is a dictionary, right? We cannot have a duplicate keys here. So only unique items will be present inside the list. So I can say here list of all unique items. Let's say list of all unique items here, right? So number of items, not correct. Number of unique items by a
So,
shop,
so
yes.
sorry to interrupt. So that how the duplicate is avoiding here? Can you brief in that steps actually?
Okay.
So
So we know the concept of dictionary that it cannot store a duplicate key, right? Every key is unique, right?
yes,
So in the dictionary, we have discussed this earlier. So lists are always unique. So this key one, key two, key three will be always unique, right? It is not possible that in the present, in the particular dictionary, we have a duplicate key. That is not allowed. It will throw error if you try to implement this, right?
okay,
So
okay.
these are always unique. Now, if you go with that particular concept of dictionary, now what is going to happen at line number here? You can see this particular case. Let's say, for example, in the shop name Big Bazaar, and we have this baked item equals to true. Okay, for that particular card, this particular card,
Okay.
where it is, wait, baked this equals to true. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to add baked equals to true inside this dictionary, right?
Yeah.
Now, for example, next card. Let's say any card from the same shop named Big Bazaar, and we have the same item from another customer. It is possible that different customer can buy the same
Yeah.
item from
Yes.
different
Yes.
from
Yes.
same thing. Now, in
Yeah.
that case, what will happen? Again, we'll go through for loop. Item list is baked equals to here. Item will be baked equals to true, right? But already this item is present here, right? So
Okay.
we are going to update true to be true only. So we are updating true with true only. So it doesn't make any thing any changes, right?
Mm, okay.
So already what this will do, d of k equals to value. If key is not present inside the dictionary, then it will add the key and corresponding value will be v. If
Mm-hmm.
key is present inside the dictionary and it will update the value, let's say for example v, then it will update the current value with v1, whatever the value we have given. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So let's say for example we have this.
Can I ask one doubt?
Yes.
Here, can you please tell me the structure of the dictionary? How will it look after executing?
Okay. Which one? This entire dictionary D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can that I
So
can get a better understanding?
yeah. So D will look like this. Because if you see entire shopping list, we just have three shop name. Okay. So for every shop name, what we are doing at line number 5, we are creating a empty dictionary. And in that particular dictionary, we are adding the item list. And for every item, we are setting the value equals to true, right? According to this particular pseudocode. So at the last, after executing what we are going to get, Big Bazaar, then the corresponding value will be a dictionary. Let's say item 1 and equals to true. Then we have item 2 equals to true till whatever the item we have, let's say item n equals to true. Okay. So this is for Big Bazaar, comma. Then we have SV store. Again, same thing for SV store. The corresponding value will be a dictionary. Item 1 equals to true and item 2 equals to true till item n equals to true like that. And again, we have one more again, we have one more shop name that is basically Sun General. Okay. So for Sun General, it will have corresponding value will be again dictionary. So item 1 equals to true, item 2 equals to true till item n equals to true, right? So this is unique item because see, this is the entire dictionary. Now, if you see keys of D, we are talking about this particular dictionary. So keys of D will be what? The list of shop name, Big Bazaar, SB Store, and Sun General. Okay. But when I say keys of D of SV
S, right? SVS. Because we are going to execute this one. And the output of this one is what? From this dictionary, this SV store, this entire dictionary will be the output. So keys of that particular dictionary, whatever we have, so it will give us the list of the keys. And here item is the key. So I can say for this particular thing, it will give the list of all unique items from the shop name SV store. Okay. So this will give me list of all unique items from shop name SV store. Okay. Now is this clear?
Yeah, and one more thing I would say that suppose the two customers have bought the same items, then that same item won't be getting iterated into that dictionary again.
No, no, it is going to get updated, but the same value with the true, right? So that's why I'm okay. This is clear, right? Whatever I have done as of now, this entire dictionary, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, now this example, we have one dictionary D equals to A1, B2, C3, right? Now, whenever I say this particular thing, this is line number one, line number two, we're executing here. D of, let's say, M equals to 5. The output of this thing will be what? Inside this dictionary, we are going to add one more key, that is D of, do like this, 1, B2, C3, and now M is basically 5. Now I am saying D C of 7. Now what is going to happen? C is already present inside this particular dictionary, right? Now we are going to update the value of C here. We are not going to add one more C7, not like that. We are going to update the value of 3 to 7. Okay. So same thing is happening there also. If again that particular same item came, let's say for example, a chicken wing equals to true in that case. So we are going to update the value true with true only. We are not going to add one more chicken wing equals to true inside that dictionary because keys are always unique, right?
Understood.
Okay. This is what we are doing here. I hope this thing is clear now. Okay. So we are going to update the value of that particular item with the true only. So that's it, right? We are not going to add one more extra key. So I think this example will be much clear. This D, and this. Okay. Any doubt? And why it's maximum? Simple logic you can see here, greater than or less than nothing, right? If I simply change this to like this and A to, let's say, 10,000, in that case, it will store the minimum number of unique items sold by the shop. That's it. Okay. Any question in this particular example?
Sir,
Okay.
why option D is not correct?
D, maximum number of unique item categories. So we have not discussed anything about the categories inside the pseudocode, right? Unique item categories. Item categories will be like this: apparel, meat, food, like that, right? So we have not discussed about the categories. We have not mentioned categories anywhere inside this, right? Because here for
Okay,
each
sir.
item in the item list, if I say each item in X dot category, then in that case, answer will be that thing. Okay.
Okay, sir, I understand.
Yeah. Unique item, again we need to have a for loop. Okay. For if you simply change this to category, then this will be the answer. Okay. Great. Okay, this thing will be interesting. Yeah. So here you can see the given pseudocode is executed using the data set, same field as words data set. So if you have not, if you have not saw the words data set, so you can see we have a card, word, part of speech, letter count is given, and we have tab. We have stored that entire data in a tabular format here. If you just simply scroll down the words.pdf, right? So our first sentence is it was Monday morning. After morning, we have full stop. Okay. but already we have given this particular sentence. Now word count equals to 0, while table 1 has more rows. Now what we assume this sentence in for every row we have one word each like that. Okay. So table 1 has more rows. Read the first row in table 1. If get something. What is get something? I don't know at this particular point. So I'll refer to this particular procedure about the get something. Right. Now first we need to discuss what is a get something here. So I hope everyone knows how we write the procedure here. So we have defined one function get something. It is taking y as a argument as a parameter here. Okay. Now you can see I equals to 1. So we have initialized one variable I to 1, letter to empty dictionary. So you can see here letters equals to empty dictionary and C equals to a string we can say because single you can see a notation here. So string, right? Now while I is less than equals to letter count. So first one is she, right? So what is the letter count of she here? 3, right? Number of letters simply I is 1, letter count is 3. So 1 is less than 3? Yes. So see the value of C will be ith letter of the word. First letter of the word, what is first letter of the word? She, S, right? Now value of C is S. Now we are going to check if C is a vowel, it means S is a vowel or not.
No.
No, false. So we are not going to do anything. We'll go here, we'll increment the value of I by 1. So I will be 1 plus 1, that will be 2. We'll go to a while loop. Value of I will be 2. Again, same condition we need to check. Second, 2 less than 3. Yes, that is true. So now second letter of the word, that is H. So whether H is a vowel now?
No.
C is a vowel,
No,
so
sir.
value of C is H. No, that is not correct. We are not going to do anything. Increment value of I to 3. Go. 3 is less than equal to 3.
Yeah, it checks here.
Yeah,
3 is
because 3 is equals to 3, that is true. C equals to third letter of the word, that is basically E. The value of
the
C
vowel.
is E. Now C is a vowel. It means E
Yes.
is a vowel.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
Now if this is true, now what we are doing here? Yes, anyone can tell me what we are doing here? What is this
We are,
letter C equals to true?
we are storing the vowels present in the word.
Yeah. No, where we are storing that?
See in the dictionary.
Yeah. So initially letters is basically empty, but after first word, what will happen? Letters, a key will be what? C. What is the C? E here. So E and the corresponding value will be what? True. That's it, right?
Hmm.
Now increment the value of I to 4. Go while loop. 4 less than equal to 3. No, that is false. If while condition is false, we'll exit the while loop. Okay, that's it. And what is we are going to return at the last? This particular thing. Okay, what is this? Tell me now.
Yeah, the number of okay. So the number of letters that okay, so the length of the keys of that. Okay, so uh the length of
Keys of
the
letters.
keys. Yeah.
The number of vowels.
Vowels. Yeah. The number of vowels that this dictionary has.
So for the first case, for the first word, keys of letter will be what? Only one key is there, that is E,
Mm.
right? So
Yes.
list of keys is E, so length will be 1, right? So output will be 1. Now here, the output of this particular function, get something X is what? 1. 1 is greater than 2? No.
No.
We are not going to increment the word count. So we'll go for a next word, that is basically a cells, right? Now you don't need to go word by word. If you understand what this procedure is doing, then that is good enough. Now, what this procedure is doing, tell me, at the end, what is going to give us?
It's going
The
to give us
number of
the
vowels per
To
letter.
find out the vowels.
Number of vowels present in that
Oh,
particular word. Can I say like this?
yes.
No.
Yes, sir.
Number of
No.
number of unique vowels.
It's- yeah, that's present in the sentence.
Yeah. No. 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 For this procedure only, because this procedure is working on the particular word, right? So what is going to return? Number of vowels, number of unique vowels, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if she has this double E, in that case also what is going to happen? E is
It's
vowel, again we are going to update with the true only, right? So we are not
yeah.
storing multiple things, right? So number of unique vowels we can say like that, right?
ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ
It is hello.
Yes. Any question?
ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀನಮ್ಮ.
Okay, please mute. Okay. So see here. Now we know that what this procedure is doing. It will give us number of unique vowels present in that particular word. Okay. So for the first word, she doesn't satisfy this condition. What about the second word? Is this condition get satisfied?
Mm.
How many vowels we have? Only one. Right? So not satisfied. What about the second word? Seashell. How many vowels we have?
3 vowels, sir.
E, A, two
Sir,
only, right?
I want to ask
Sir,
something.
have a 2 unique vowel.
Yeah. So the output of get something will be 2. So now 2 is less, sorry, greater than equals to true. 2, is this true?
Yes.
Yes. Now we are
Yes,
going to
sir.
increment the word count. But word count is 0 plus 1, that is 1. So again, go for a next word by how many vowels?
No vowels.
No, sir.
No vowel.
No vowel.
0, 0 greater than 2, no. Go for next word. The how many vowel?
One
1,
vowel.
1 greater than 2, no. Go for next word. What about she, shore?
Same. Two vowel. No. Here you have
A,
three
3,
vowels.
O, 3.
3
Three
vowels, sir.
So 3 greater
Unique 3
than 2,
vowels.
Yes.
yes. Then we need
Yes.
to increment word count to what? 1 plus 1, that is 2. Go for the next word, the, again,
Yes.
1 vowel,
1
not
vowel.
true. We are not going to update word count. Go for next word, shells. How many vowel?
One vowel
1
only.
vowel,
One
sir.
only. Again, one is not satisfying this condition. Go for next word. She, not satisfying. Says only one vowel, not satisfying. R. How many vowels in R?
Two is
2
satisfying.
vowels, sir.
2.
2 vowels.
We are
Greater
going
than
to
2.
increment the
Okay.
word count.
Word count will be 2 plus 1. 3. Go for next word. Okay. Which word we are discussing? Okay. Now she says how
2
many
unique
vowels?
vowels. 2
Again
Five.
2.
unique
Again.
vowels.
Yeah. So 3 plus 1. 4.
So
What
didn't we
about?
complete this seashells? We completed this seashells, right?
Yeah. But for every word we need to calculate again, right? For every row X in the table 1. Right?
Yeah, no, I meant that haven't we just completed the seashells now? So Arun
Yeah. We
is
have completed C cells right now. So we have at the count 4.
yeah,
Now we go for our next word, that is I am.
yeah,
Only one vowel is there, not
yeah.
satisfying the condition. Go for next word, sure. How many vowels?
Two vowels. So
U
it
and E.
satisfies
Okay,
2
this.
vowel
satisfying.
condition satisfied.
4 plus 1, 5. That's it. Go for a next word. We don't have any word, so we stop the iteration. At the last, the value of word count is what? 5. Answer is 5 here. Okay, that's it. So in this way, you need to proceed.
So can I ask something?
Yes.
If C is a vowel here, I equals to I plus 1 is iterating when it is iterating when only there is vowel. Otherwise, it is not iterating now.
Where I equals to I plus 1, this one.
Yeah.
No, no. See, this is outside the if condition. If is starting here and ending it here, the line number 16. You can see this curly braces, right? After if gets over, we have this I equals to I plus 1. So irrespective of the this particular block, I will get increment, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. If this is present before this curly braces here, for example, I equals to I plus 1, then only for this condition, we are going to increment the value of I, okay? That's the case. So please be careful while dealing with this one, because while starting here, ending it here, if starting here, ending it here like this. Okay. So you can see the indentation part, this curly braces, you can keep a track of that like this. Okay. So whatever comes inside this from if to this particular line, this curly braces, everything will get executed only when if this is true. Otherwise, directly we go outside this particular bracket. Okay, like this.
And here we have to return the length of keys of letters. What does it means?
So here we are going to return. So this particular function is going to return this particular value whenever we are doing this as an input. So length of keys of letter. So
what this is going to do later, right? So here we have this defined letters as an empty dictionary. Now this dictionary is getting updated at this particular point, right? So if you go through this while loop for every word, what this dictionary is going to store? Vowels. Only when it is a vowel, this will get true, and we are going to store that particular vowel equals to true, right? For example, this she show, right? So inside the letters dictionary, after going through all the characters like S, E, A. So we are going to store E, that is basically true. Then next letter is basically A. A is basically true. S is not a vowel. H is not a vowel. O is a vowel. Then in that case, again, we are going to add O is equals true, like that. Again, E is a vowel, but E already present inside the dictionary. So anyway, we are going to operate with the true. So that's it, right? So here for this particular word seashore, the letters dictionary will be E true, A true, O true. Now, once we done with this while loop, what is going to return? Keys of letter. So keys function we already discussed. The list of keys. List of keys is what? E, A, and O. Now, length is what? Number of element into that particular list. So here we have three elements. So it is going to return three. The output of this procedure will be three like this. Okay. Then we are comparing with this particular thing.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So please try to solve the questions again. Okay. Great. So we have discussed question number 2 and question number 9, I guess. Yeah, question number 2 and question number 9. Okay. Any doubt in this particular week? Anyone? I think you have not solved the practice assignment question, right? So please do solve the question before tomorrow's session, because tomorrow we'll discuss all the questions in detail. Remaining questions except 2 and 9. First, please solve the questions, okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, actually, this is a question, but not related to course. But I want to actually ask you if you can answer. It will be great. Where I can, from where I can check my quiz one result.
You will get the, you can check on the dashboard. So quiz one marks will be displayed on your dashboard. So just log into the portal and you can check the dashboards.
Actually,
Okay?
I actually logged in several times, but I still didn't able to find it. So actually, I'm asking for.
Uh, can you check your dashboard again? Like, did you check the dashboard? Anything is
Yes, sir.
present?
I have checked a lot of times, a couple of times, more than 4 to 5 times. But I, in the main dashboard page after logging in, and result is not displaying. Yeah.
Okay. All right. For other student, it is there. Can anyone confirm? Any other student?
Mine too.
Yeah, it is there, right? Okay. So
The
yeah.
main dashboard, it is not displaying.
Okay. Then where you can see your score?
There is plus send some links. So through our IITM student ID, email ID, we can able to see that marks.
Okay. Please check the email then, right? Via email they have shared, right?
I don't know, some the in the group only I got that link actually. Maybe I'll share in this area, in this look.
Okay.
In
Because
this
I
chat
don't have
box,
a.
this chat box I'll share that one.
Okay. So I don't have a student view access, so that's why. Yeah, I will check with the team if it is not there. Okay. So mostly the all the scores will be present on the dashboard. Okay, you can check. Or go to that particular course, then you can see your grades, all those things. Okay. Any other doubt? Anyone from week 7 or any week, any previous week?
Sir, I have
Okay.
a general doubt.
Yes.
Uh, I am registered. Why
IITM not give me the admission letter.
No, have you
On which,
qualified?
yes, sir. We will qualify. We will pay the registration fee.
No, did you qualify the qualifier exam, like quiz one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you will get an email from IITM that if you want to continue, then uh, pay the remaining fees, something like that, and then you can pay the course fee if you want to continue this city course along with the qualifier course.
Okay, sir.
The
But sir, we will pay the fee.
No, for you are a qualifier student, right?
Yes.
So you have paid 3,000 rupees for qualifier exam. That is for all the
No,
four
sir.
courses.
We will qualify and then we will 100 rupees for course registration.
Yeah, so you already gave the qualifier exam, right? Uh, Previous Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, once
Yes,
the
sir.
results are out, you will get an email to register for the course. Continue the course. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You need to enroll to the course. So please look, check the emails.
I shared the link, sir. So where we can find the scores.
Yeah. So
But I don't know it is official or not. But it's working only for the student IITM student email ID only.
wait. I will check with the team whether the scores is displayed on dashboard or not, because just 2 days back only the scores are signed off by professor. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So please wait for a few days. The score will get displayed on dashboard. No worries. Yeah. Okay. Any other doubt from week 7? Because first you need to solve the assignment, then we can discuss the doubt. Okay. Otherwise, you are not going to solve the back assignment questions, right? So please do solve, and then anyway tomorrow we are going to discuss the remaining questions in detail, like this. Any other doubt from any other previous week? Okay, great. So if you don't have any doubt, then we can close the session here.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Bye.